The circulation of confidence is better than the circulation of money.
Knowledge will forever govern ignorance, and a people who mean to be their own governors must arm themselves with the power which knowledge gives. Liberty may be endangered by the abuse of liberty, but also by the abuse of power. If tyranny and oppression come to this land, it will be in the guise of fighting a foreign enemy. The purpose of separation of church and state is to keep forever from these shores the ceaseless strife that has soaked the soil of Europe with blood for centuries. It will be of little avail to the people that the laws are made by men of their own choice if the laws be so voluminous that they cannot be read, or so incoherent that they cannot be understood. The happy union of these states is a wonder, their constitution a miracle, their example the hope of liberty throughout the world. Where an excess of power prevails, property of no sort is duly respected. No man is safe in his opinions, his person, his faculties, or his possessions. A well-instructed people alone can be permanently a free people. A popular government without popular information or the means of acquiring it, is but a prologue to a farce, or a tragedy, or perhaps both. A well-regulated militia, composed of the body of the people, trained in arms, is the best most natural defense of a free country. In framing a government which is to be administered by men over men, you must first enable the government to control the governed, and in the next place oblige it to control itself. Religious bondage shackles and debilitates the mind and unfits it for every noble enterprise, every expanded prospect. Despotism can only exist in darkness, and there are too many lights now in the political firmament to permit it to remain anywhere, as it has heretofore done, almost everywhere. Learned institutions ought to be favorite objects with every free people. They throw that light over the public mind which is the best security against crafty and dangerous encroachments on the public liberty. I have no doubt but that the misery of the lower classes will be found to abate whenever the government assumes a freer aspect and the laws favor a subdivision of property. I have no doubt but that the misery of the lower classes will be found to abate whenever the government assumes a freer aspect and the laws favor a subdivision of property. The number, the industry, and the morality of the priesthood, and the devotion of the people have been manifestly increased by the total separation of the church from the state. The number, the industry, and the morality of the priesthood, and the devotion of the people have been manifestly increased by the total separation of the church from the state. There is no maxim, in my opinion, which is more liable to be misapplied, and which, therefore, more needs elucidation, than the current one, that the interest of the majority is the political standard of right and wrong.